I have been struggling on NoFap. There, I said it. I've been struggling on NoFap. And if I'm being honest with you, it's been really bothering me. It's been really bothering me because I know that a lot of people look up to me. And no matter how much I try to deny it, no matter how much I try to run from it, I know that I am a leader in this space. And I'm going to have to learn to accept that and hold myself to a higher standard because of it. And also understand that that's not a bad thing. It's not bad to be a leader. It's not bad for people to look up to me or to want to follow the path that I've carved out. But at the same time, I want people to understand, I want you guys to understand, you watching this, I want you to understand that you have your own individual path to walk, which is why I make videos like this, where I tell you that I have been down atrocious. Now, with that being said, I don't just want to come on here and tell a sob story about why I've been relapsing. Truth be told, it's just a lack of discipline. But at a deeper level, I realized that the reason why I lack the discipline at this point in my life is not just because of the stresses of me moving to a completely different place and selling everything, living out of my car, so on and so forth, but also the lack of purpose. The lack of a definitive sense of purpose has been my biggest hindrance as far as my NoFap/retention journey. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. You're watching this video because you are struggling with retention and or NoFap. And I've made quite a few videos in the past talking about how self-forgiveness is the key to letting go of the version of yourself that struggles with NoFap. And I do still agree with all of the sentiments that I've propagated up to this point. With that being said, I realize now that I missed half of the equation. And the reason why I missed it is because I was so entrenched in it that I didn't even notice it until it was gone. And in order for me to fully elaborate what I'm talking about here, you need to understand what semen retention really is. Okay, semen retention is you taking your life force energy. This is the energy that your body, your soul, so on and so forth, utilizes to not only create a human life, but to create consciousness, to bring about consciousness to that human life. Now understand that all of this, all aspects of this process, all aspects of that being, all aspects of your being are energy. They're all energy. Everything is energy. You are using your life force energy, which you would use to produce a child, to procreate, and you're taking that energy and transmuting it, as many like to say, you're transmuting it toward your purpose. Now, your purpose can change on a day-to-day basis, but generally speaking, your purpose is something that you are going to give to the world. And what I've realized is that if you lack that sense of purpose, it is impossible to do retention. This is why a lot of you cannot do retention. You literally cannot do it because if you don't have something to channel that energy toward, you're not going to be able to do it because you're trying to defy the laws of energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transformed. This is scientifically proven. Now, with that being said, if we operate under the understanding that our life force energy is no different than any other form of energy, we can't allow that energy to stagnate. The universe will not allow that energy to stagnate within you. If you don't have a sense of purpose, you are going to relapse on retention and NoFap. You will. You are going to relapse because the energy cannot remain stagnant within you. If you don't have some sort of outlet to transmute that energy through, then you're going to relapse. And once you understand that, you can start to operate differently. You can operate as the version of yourself that has been on retention or been on NoFap if you're not doing retention for 5+ years. Because now you're not so concerned with the hedonistic pleasures of life because you found fulfillment. You have fulfillment in what you do. And understand that your purpose is not the source of your fulfillment. It is the expression of your fulfillment. And for me, that comes in the form of creating and inspiring. For a while, I lost my sense of purpose and my sense of passion as it pertains to YouTube because I was creating from the space of trying to receive. And that was largely because of me. That was solely because of me, really. I put myself in a position where I had to be in a scarcity mindset. I don't like to say I had to be in a scarcity mindset, but I was living on such thin margins that I basically had no choice but to almost sell out. And once I realized that that was not an option for me, that my integrity was too important, too valuable for me, that's when I made the decision to let go of everything that I have, let go of all of my material possessions, so that I can create content and write my books, so on and so forth, with a pure heart. I can create and inspire with a pure heart. And this video right here is the first step down that path of redemption, that path of retribution, of me reclaiming my space in this world. Because for a while, I lost my space because I lost myself. And what I've realized is that I am just as much the space that I occupy as I am the occupant of that space. Don't let that go over your head. I am just as much the space that I occupy as I am the occupant of that space. With that understanding right there, okay, that's just a poetic way of me saying that I am energy, just like you are energy. We are energy. We are all life force energy. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred or transformed. It cannot stagnate. Energy is constantly moving, it's constantly vibrating at its own unique frequency, its own unique wavelength. This is the basis of the law of attraction. It's all energy. When you understand that life is just energy, you can simply tune your frequency to the level, to the wavelength that matches your desired reality. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to focus on your purpose. When you focus on your purpose, which is what you want to give to the world, like I said, not what you want to receive from the world, what you want to give to the world. Once you focus on that, you operate at a wavelength where hedonistic temptations such as PMO or casual hookup culture, so on and so forth, are no longer tempting to you. They are no longer appealing to you because you're at a different wavelength. You're operating from a completely different point of view. You have a different perspective. And you know the big picture because you are the big picture. You understand that you are the space that you occupy. Now, like I said, everything else that I've said as it pertains to self-forgiveness is equally as important. This is a 50-50 sort of thing. Okay, you have to have that 50% of self-forgiveness, which allows you to free yourself from the past, but then you have to have that 50% of purpose, that sense of deeply embedded purpose, so that you can move forward. Otherwise, okay, if you stay still, the past can still grab you and bring you back. And I found myself in that space for the better part of really these past 5 or 6 months, just being down atrocious. I haven't gone a full week of doing NoFap since the day I made that I relapsed 3 times in one day video. Haven't gone more than a full week, 7 days. But this right here, like I said, is my new beginning. This is me claiming my new beginning. And hopefully for a lot of you guys, this will be you claiming your new beginnings as well. Because I don't want to be the person who enables you to continue indulging in your hedonistic tendencies, in the tendencies and the habits which are keeping you from progressing into the person that you need to be, to that frequency that you need to be on in order to manifest the life that you know you deserve and that you desire, because that desire isn't there for no reason. But remember, your purpose is a desire to give. For example, I'm in a relationship right now, and I love my girlfriend. When I look at her, I don't think about what I want to receive from her. I think about what I want to give to her. Not in a materialistic sense, but in an emotional sense, a spiritual sense, being there for her, giving her that moral support when she needs it. That's what I want to give to her. And like I said earlier, what I want to give to the world is this. I want to give my insights, give my perspective, and hopefully help other people broaden their perspectives in the process. And hopefully be able to make a good living doing so. A lot of times I forget that I'm 22 and I work for myself. And I can literally just turn this camera on at any given time throughout the day and film a video that could potentially impact hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of people, just by sitting here on the floor of this bedroom and talking to this camera. Think about that. You can be in this same position or an even better position. You can do whatever you want to do in this life, but you have to understand that everything is energy. And you have to be able and willing to take your energy, your life force energy, and transmute it toward your version of this, of what I'm doing right now. And I guarantee you that once you find this, PMO won't even cross your mind anymore. This is how I made it to a year on NoFap in the first place. It's because I simply invested as much of myself as I possibly could into creating content, into writing books. Okay, I'm now a 2-time self-published author, soon to be 3, and then 4, and then so on and so forth. I also have almost 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel at the time of me filming this. And a lot of those videos are high quality content. They're high quality videos. I also have a website. I do consultations. And I learned how to do all of this pretty much on my own because that's what I used my life force energy for. You have the energy within you to create a living, conscious, self-aware being, a sentient being who is capable of also creating more life. Bring life to your purpose, give life to your purpose, and watch your life transform.